Guys, porn is basically everywhere around every corner on the internet. So if you're gonna watch porn, if you're gonna go down that rabbit hole, you should just watch one type of porn. You should just watch and limit the amount of novelty, and here is why. The Coolidge effect. The Coolidge effect is basically why your brain, why you require constant novelty when you watch porn. Have you ever just been satisfied with just watching one video or just watch one video from completion to end? We found is that when guys typically watch porn, you open a whole bunch of tabs, 20 tabs, you've got one hand on your mouse and you've got one hand on your thing, right? So the Coolidge effect, basically, evolutionarily, biologically speaking, it's the reason we experience this novelty is because when we put a male and a female, let's say animal together, let's say rats together, they will mate. When you first put them together, they'll mate and they'll be in love and they'll enjoy it biologically, and then after a while the male will get bored of the female and then stop being sexually aroused by that person, not by that female. And then if you put a different female in the same environment, then the male is all of a sudden interested in that. This is the Coolidge effect. What is basically happening is that we're biologically wired to want novelty, to want to diversify our genetics in order to ensure our survival, biologically speaking. So this is why you require constant novelty and why you require constant effect. And on top of that, guys, when you are exploring different genres of porn and more intense porn as you go along on your sexual journey, you're experiencing the dopamine rushes every time. You're opening up new different neural pathways in your brain to those experiences, and the more you're opening up those different novel experiences and exposure to different kind of pornographic content, you are inviting more different types of dopamine rushes into your brain, into your habit, and basically you're becoming more and more addicted to the actual anticipation of seeing novel content. So how can you hijack this experience? How can you hijack your brain? How can you hijack the reward circuit in your brain and just eliminate the cycle? You can stop the novelty. Like, this is a pretty simple way. I know it might not be very appealing for you guys at first, but stop the novelty, reduce the novelty. If you can remember when you first started watching porn, maybe when you were a teenager, now it's like 8, 9, 10, 11 years old, people are starting to be exposed to this stuff. I'm sure you weren't watching the stuff you're watching right now, right? I'm sure it was a lot more tame. Your feeling was a lot more kind of disgusted or maybe distraught by some of the things you saw. And the reason that it's becoming more and more addictive and why the nature of your porn habit is becoming more intense and varied and novel is because of the dopamine effects and the Coolidge effect of just requiring new experiences all the time, constantly. And you've got to stop it. You've got to experience it. What you're actually experiencing, what your brain is trying to experience, is the genuine dopamine hits of real sexuality, of real activities that require your survival, such as health, such as having drive, such as doing things in your life that are important, but you're hijacking that with pornography that's giving your brain the artificial sense that it's experiencing life, that it's experiencing sexual pleasure and a sexual experience, where in fact you're actually destroying your brain because it's associating that dopamine and that experience with something that is actually damaging to you. So the trick here, guys, if this video is helpful, by the way, give it a like, because it does help the video spread around to more people. I would appreciate that very much. So the trick here, guys, is to replace that dopamine hit with another type of dopamine hit, a different dopamine hit that is actually good for you and not unproductive. What can be good for you? Anything in your life that you can really focus on, that you can get really excited about, that you can really replace that artificial thrill and excitement of porn with something that ultimately does ensure your survival, right? Biologically speaking. And when you do that, when you have that anticipation in working on stuff in your life that does give you the sense of thrill and survival that porn artificially does, then you'll stop feeling urges. Then you'll stop going down that rabbit hole. Next time you do feel an urge, a trigger, just get up, leave, and do something that either produces more money for you or enhances your well-being, something that is healthy for you, that improves your physical health and strength, like going to the gym, going on a run, going rock climbing, going cycling, or anything like that. Or number 3, you could do something that ensures a better quality relationships, such as sexual relationships, such as finding your partner or working on your relationship with your spouse or with your children. And in that sense, you're going to be replacing the hit with something that is actually good for you. This is a clear way way how to hijack this for good. So your next question is, how do you reboot your brain so that pornography doesn't become an issue for you anymore? You can scroll through the internet and you don't even feel aroused. You don't even budge a little bit. You don't even flinch. Well, this video right here is going to teach you how to do that step by step. I really think it'll be good for you. If you like this video, go ahead and like the button, subscribe if you want more videos like this. This is just for you guys because I can read your mind. It's good to have you. Take care.